The secret to building self-confidence every day. What if confidence isn't something you're born with, but something you build? Let me start with a question. Have you ever looked at someone who just glows with confidence and thought, wow, I wish I had what they have? But what if I told you they weren't born with it? What if confidence isn't some magic trait, but a skill, something you build every single day? In this narration, we're diving into the real, raw truth behind how to develop unstoppable self-confidence, one day at a time, with real stories from those who failed, doubted themselves, but rose higher than anyone expected. And most importantly, you'll learn how to do the same. Let's begin this transformation. 1. The foundation of confidence. It's not perfection, it's progress. So many people think confidence means being perfect, saying the right thing, doing the right thing, always being on. But that's not real confidence. That's fear wearing a mask. Real confidence is built on self-trust. It's the inner belief that says, no matter what happens, I'll figure it out. Real example, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Before he became one of the most bankable stars in Hollywood, he had only $7 in his pocket after being cut from professional football. He had no backup plan, but he believed in his work ethic. He trusted that even though he was at rock bottom, he could rise. Today, he owns companies, leads films, and inspires millions. Lesson: confidence begins when you stop trying to be perfect and start trusting your growth. 2 small wins equal big confidence. Here's the truth. Confidence isn't built overnight. It's built in the quiet, unglamorous moments where you keep your word to yourself. Start here. Make your bed. Show up to the gym, even for 10 minutes. Speak up in one small meeting. Try something new and uncomfortable. Real example. Mel Robbins. Mel Robbins was stuck, broke, depressed, and lacking self-belief. She used the simple 5-second rule to break the pattern of hesitation. Count backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just do the thing. It changed her life, and now she teaches millions. Lesson: every small promise you keep is a vote for the confident version of you. 3. Confidence is a mental rehearsal game. What you rehearse mentally becomes your reality. If you constantly tell yourself, I can't do this, I'm not ready, what if I fail? Then you're rehearsing failure before you even try. But if you visualize yourself handling tough moments with grace, if you see yourself walking into a room with your head high, you start to rewire your brain for success. Real example, Simone Biles, Olympic gymnast. Simone Biles rehearses her routines mentally before ever stepping foot on the mat. She sees every move, every landing, every breath. It builds not just skill, but deep belief. Lesson: confidence starts in your mind before it shows up in your body. 4. Turn setbacks into your training ground. Setbacks don't kill confidence. Your interpretation of them does. When something doesn't go your way, ask yourself, is this a sign I'm not good enough, or a lesson to grow from? Real example, Michael Jordan, cut from his high school basketball team. He could have given up. Instead, he used that failure as fuel. He said, I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. Lesson: reframe failure. Every no brings you closer to a better yes. 5. Speak to yourself like you would a friend. You wouldn't call your best friend stupid or a failure, right? Then why do we say those things to ourselves? Self-talk is powerful. It becomes your identity. So practice catching the negative voice and replacing it. Instead of, I always mess up, say, I'm still learning and I'm improving every day. Real example. Lizzo, the Grammy-winning artist, has spoken openly about her struggle with self-worth. Instead of giving into hate, she flooded her world with positive self-affirmation. Now she's a global voice for body positivity and self-love. Lesson: what you say to yourself becomes who you are. Speak like a leader. 6. Do hard things. On purpose, confidence grows when you do things that stretch you. Take the risk. Speak in public. Try the job interview. Launch the business. Why? Because when you survive it, you prove to yourself that you can. Real example. Sarah Blakely, founder of Spanx. She was turned down by investor after investor. She had no background in fashion or business. But she said, I didn't know how to do it, so I just did it my way. She became the youngest self-made female billionaire. Lesson: confidence is forged in the fire of courage, not comfort. 7. Who you surround yourself with matters. Confidence is contagious, or it can be crushed. If you're around people who doubt you, dismiss you, or drag your energy down, your self-belief will suffer. But if you're around people who speak life into your ideas, challenge you to grow, remind you of your potential, you'll rise naturally. Real example: Kobe Bryant. Kobe trained with legends, learned from the greats, and became one of the most relentless, confident athletes in the world. Lesson: choose people who fuel your fire, not dim your light. 8. Daily practices to build confidence like a muscle. Let's make this real. Here are habits you can build. Morning wins. Do one thing that makes you proud before 9 a.m. Positive journaling. Write 3 things you did well each day. Mirror talk. Look in the mirror and say, I am becoming confident. I am proud of who I'm becoming. Try one new thing weekly, even if it's scary, especially if it's scary. Real example: Will Smith. He once said, the best things in life are on the other side of fear. He skydived, bungee jumped, and tackled roles outside his comfort zone, all to grow. Lesson: confidence grows in action, not thought. Final chapter: you already have what you need. Let's close with this. You don't need to become confident. You need to remember who you are. Under the self-doubt, the fear, the hesitation, you are already enough. Every day, every choice, every action is a chance to vote for the version of you who's bold, driven, and full of belief. You're not waiting to be chosen. You're choosing yourself. And as you do it, day by day, one rep at a time, that quiet belief becomes louder until one day, you walk into every room with a calm, powerful, unstoppable energy. That's the power of confidence.